Yes, folks, what's happening? Welcome back to the Journeyman here on Football Manager 2021. We are now in 2026. As you can see at the top of the screen there, it is New Year's Day and we are playing a double live com. Like I said in the last episode, we're playing Manchester United and we're kicking off our FA Cup campaign as well. As always, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's jump into the schedule. It's not really been too brilliant a month. Could have been worse, but could have been a lot better since we last met. It was that massive 3-0 win against Liverpool in the last episode. Since then, we've had a massive chunk of games, finishing off our Champions League group stage campaign with a 1-1 draw against Hertha Berlin. We went 1-0 up in the first half. Diogo Light scoring there, and then Matheus Cunha scoring in the second half. Unfortunately, we lost out to Arsenal 3-2. We really threw this one away. We were 2-0 up. Matteo Ruggeri and Elton Borges scoring the goals, and then Leon Bailey. And then the last sort of 5-minute goals, Duvan Zapata and Gabriel Martinelli scoring for Arsenal. We then bounced back with a win, albeit we left it late against Norwich. Again, chucking away a 2-goal lead. Pedro Neto and Andre Horta scoring those goals. Hasic and Cantwell scoring for Norwich. And then Borges coming off the bench to score a 95th minute winner. We then got a win in the league. We got back to winning ways in the league, beating Everton 1-0 with a single goal by Pedro Neto. And then a very quick turnaround of games. Losing out to Man City 1-0, a Ruggeri own goal. City having very, very little attempts on goal and still won the game. But we bounced back most recently with a big win against Burnley a few days ago. Diogo Light scoring again. Fabio Freitas grabbing a goal and an own goal by John McGinn, and a missed penalty there by Fabio Silva. We missed quite a lot of penalties over, you see Sandro Tonali missed one in the Everton game there as well. We missed one in the last episode against Liverpool, so we're actually missing quite a few penalties, but nonetheless, still looking forward to the start of now January as we kick off here against Manchester United. Now, transfer business, obviously, I mean, look how busy our schedule is, by the way, but transfer business is going to be very, very interesting because Johnny is going to be leaving the club. I've got £17 million on him. He's played just 3 games for us all season. Good versatile option, but I don't think he's quite there technically anymore. So I've cashed in on him. And Raul Jimenez has left the club. His contract was up at the end of the season anyway. I wasn't going to renew it. And when Club America came calling, I thought, wow, that's quite a... It would be very harsh of me to reject that. You can see now physically he's not quite there. 34 years of age, fantastic return at this club. So, yeah, it was nice to cash in on to a team that I'd love to see him maybe go back to in the future in real life as well. So, in terms of the schedule, the competitions, so now third in the league. So, that little dip in form, a couple of drop points mean we slipped down the table a little bit. But a win today could definitely put us back up there. In the Champions League, we've been very, very fortunate with the draw. We've got Slavia Prague in the first knockout round. In the FA Cup, obviously, which we'll be playing today in a few days' time, we've got Middlesbrough. And then we got drawn against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup across 2 legs, which... by the way, our schedule is horrific. In the next week, we've got 3 really, really interesting games. So we're going to kick off with this game anyway against Manchester United. Hoping for a win. We've got good form against them, to be fair. But a couple of players, out injured or unfit, especially with this tight, long schedule. Let's see how it goes. So then here we are with the game here against Manchester United. You can see their team there. They're playing a 4-3-3. We're playing a pretty strong side as well. Our standard 4-2-3-1. Managed to get a really, really strong 11 out of it. Manchester United, of course, got some good players. Ruben Neves playing there for them as well. But hoping that we can maybe get 3 points in this game because it would really help us push towards the top of the table again. Being a little bit more difficult to find consistency and form. And I still think there's some more to come out of us. And we've got a lot of money to spend. I think that there's some real areas that we can add quality to. But we'll have a look maybe at the transfer market towards the end of today's video. But ball in there by Manchester United, headed away by Carmo. Borges, who's starting up front today for us, couldn't get there, and Hudson-Odoi has put it in the back of the net. His first goal of the season. And it's taken just 26, 27 minutes for Manchester United to take the lead here. Pretty disappointed that we didn't get to this. Borges lost out in the battle to Wan-Bissaka. Bruno played that ball in, and Hudson-Odoi doesn't really get much power behind it. It's just pure precision to beat Diogo Costa at his near post, which isn't fantastic and not a fantastic start for us here. And both of our holding midfielders on bookings as well. 5 shots to us, just the one for Manchester United. But at the moment, that's the decisive goal. Same set piece in a similar area. Milinkovic-Savic this time comes close to heading it into the back of the net. And it looks like we're going to go in at half-time with 3 bookings and 1-0 down. So I'm going to tell them to show us something else. Borges injured. Feels like he can shake off the knock. Of course, Fabio Silva just hasn't quite got going so far this season. Had 1 or 2 injuries that have sort of held him back. But just whenever he's getting the game time, isn't quite providing the goods. But neither are a couple of these players today. We have maybe got a chance here, though. Costa plays it short to Anguissa. Back to Costa, who lofts this one forward. Neto doesn't beat Wan-Bissaka in the aerial battle. Hudson-Odoi loses out now, and Ousmane Dembele will pick up the ball. He loses out as well, and Hudson-Odoi can relaunch an attack for Manchester United. Milinkovic-Savic into Wan-Bissaka, into Pellistri, into Wan-Bissaka again, into Ruben Neves, and Manchester United keeping the ball quite well here. And Pellistri there on the right-hand side. He's got some serious pace, and Thierry Correa having a rare game at left-back because Ruggeri is out suspended, I think, has given away a penalty here. It's going to be a penalty. It is for Manchester United. And maybe double their lead here with half an hour to go. It's going to be Bruno Fernandes, and he just about gets it in. I think Diogo Costa got a touch on it, but Manchester United are now 2-0 up here against us, and not a good start to this game and to this episode. We're going to have to make some changes, of course, because you can see 6.2s and 6.3s here. Pedro Neto having a bit of a stinker. We're going to put Ousmane Dembele onto there. We'll bring Fabio Freitas on as well, and we'll give Fabio Silva a go. Gravenberch having a really quiet game through the middle as well. But let's see what we can do. Correa now with this throw-in. Neves heads away only as far as Tonali, who will pick this up into Zambo Anguissa. Tonali over to Freitas. Great touch. Couldn't quite get past his man. Semedo's with him. Semedo will now pick up the ball. And into Anguissa again. Skips in towards the area. All the way back to Tonali. It's a lovely knockout for Semedo here. Back to Zambo Anguissa. Really smart football here by us. But we really need a goal at the end of it. Tonali all the way back to Diogo Light. Diogo Light. Great ball over the top of Fabio Silva. Who's onside. Oh, what a goal. Kept the ball so well. And he looked well offside. But he's timed the run to perfection there, Fabio Silva. He looks offside. I want to see if they're going to put a line on it. We're back in the game at 2-1. That was tight, though. Here we go. We're going to see a line. Is his foot not offside there? I mean, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to complain. It is 2-1. We're back in this game now. We'll give him a bit more of a nudge. Gravenberch's had a very quiet game. We're going to bring Burner on. He's had a bit more game time of late and impressed, to be fair. Done quite well. But Fabio Silva, who hasn't been great of yet, has got us back in this game. But ball in here from the corner. Manchester United can maybe break away. Mason Greenwood. Anguissa's on a booking, so we do have to be careful. But Mason Greenwood at a tight angle. And he hits the side net in there. We did well to defend that, but off our own set piece, that's a little bit disappointing. Can we get one last chance to grab a point from this game? It looks unlikely. Manchester United have won it 2-1. Wolves 1, Manchester United 2 in this game. And yeah, very, very disappointed not to get more from the match in the end. So, yeah, another defeat for us. We're now on 41 points. We're 6 points behind Chelsea. We're going to have a very, very good second half of the season. You can see a couple of big teams there touting up Fabio Silva. Liverpool being one of those. Gvardiol from Liverpool. But, yeah, we've got obviously Middlesbrough up next, which we'll play. Borough are in the Championship at the moment. So we can rotate that team a little bit for that game. But there's someone on this transfer list that I really like the look of. Going all the way to the top there. João Felix. I would love to sign him. At the moment, City have got an asking price of about £94 million. So I've got the money to sign him, but we've got 109 million. But I think we would definitely have to sell maybe 1 or 2 players to let him go. Jamie Sione, I'm gonna let go. But outside of our main squad, we haven't got that many players. So I think we're gonna have to be quite creative. I think if I can maybe, I don't really want to, but if we can maybe sell Andre Horta, I'd bring in João Felix. Horta's 29 now. João Felix is still, he's 26, but still got a few years on him, and obviously quality and could compete with Gravenberch in those areas. But I'll see. It's going to be a very, very interesting window. Let's jump into the second game of the episode then in the FA Cup against Middlesbrough. So then, folks, here we are with the teams for the FA Cup game against Middlesbrough. Rotated our team a little bit more. You can see on the screen, Dan Webber starts in goal. Semedo, Carmo, Light, Correa. Same back four as the last game. Fabio Freitas starts on the wing with Nuno Santos. We've got a midfield two of Ibrahim Sangare and Will Hughes, who's our new gen. Fabio Silva will start up front with Ryan Grafenberg in behind. I'm hoping today we can put Middlesbrough to the sword and just get through to the next round. We're still obviously competing on all fronts. We're still in the Carabao Cup. We're still in the FA Cup, Champions League, and Premier League, doing still fairly well despite us dropping points. But here is Fabio Silva, who scored in the last game. Got an option on the right of Gravenberg, but Silva will find Nuno Santos. Hasn't got much game time this season, but 8 minutes in, he's managed to squeeze in the first goal of the game, shooting across goal, past Hay, and it makes it 1-0 to us. He's a player that is still valued so highly, Nuno Santos, and I'm trying to cash in on him this January. Again, he's one of those, if maybe I can sacrifice Horta, but if I could sell Nuno Santos, I think that would allow us that sort of room to sign someone like João Felix. You see, he's still valued at £35 million. Still very good though, but he's just injured a lot. So I'm going to keep seeing if we can sell him. But very, very good start to the game for us there. Given chances to players. I haven't played so much. Will Hughes, a young player that I really like the look of, that I want to try and see and play a little bit more. Here's Longstaff on the ball for Middlesbrough. Finds Edwards on the right hand side. Great tackle by Hughes, and he'll find Fabio Silva. Lots of room on the left again, but Sangare will drive forward with the ball. He needs an option. He'll try and whip it in, and it's fallen now to White up front for Middlesbrough, and Hughes, and again with another big challenge. David Carmo over to Diogo Light into Hughes. Lovely ball here to Santos, who scored the opening goal of the game. Can he provide a goal? Whips in a good ball towards Fabio Silva, whose first touch just made it a much more difficult angle for himself. And at the moment, things are looking good. We're very, very comfortable in this game. Middlesbrough playing a very defensive formation, you could say, allowing us to attack them a little bit more. But as it stands, still only 1-0. And I'm sure we'll take that happily in towards half-time. We'll just drop another little encourage. And there we go. At the Riverside, it's Middlesbrough 0, Wolves 1. We'll tell them how pleased we are with that. And we'll leave it at that at the moment. We've got Burner on the bench. Jamie Sione, again, another player that we can maybe cash in on whilst his value is high. Very average player, excuse me, you could say, and but still good, still a good player. Well, you know what? Let's bring him on now. I'm going to bring him on for Will Hughes in that DLP role, and we'll bring Burner on as well for Ryan Grafenberg on the in the middle there. We've got Elton Borges on the bench. We may see him have a little bit of game time as well. As it stands, we'll leave it as it is, and we are 1-0 up against Middlesbrough. But all can change quite quickly. You can see the rain lashing down here. Sangare into Freitas. Back to Nelson Semedo on the right-hand side. Semedo now with the ball in. Cleared away by Dale Fry. And now Middlesbrough might stretch us. Sione cuts it out though. Freitas to Semedo. Long ball over the top towards Fabio Silva, who was trying to close down the goalkeeper, but the keeper stopped anything further from happening. Light again with a header forward to Sangare. And now into Burner. Good ball here to Freitas. He's going to run at his man. And cross it in, and it's into the back of the net. It's an own goal from Tom McIntyre. He makes it 2-0. We're going to make a quick change as well. Luke Matheson on the bench today. We're going to bring him on. Burner played the ball into Freitas, who wasn't scared to run at his man. And whipped it in, causing confusion and issues for Middlesbrough. And it's into the back of the net, and it's Middlesbrough 0, Wolves 2. And we should now be home and dry and into the 4th round of the FA Cup, you would expect. Hopefully we get confirmation of that very soon. We'll just drop a little praise on the boys. It's been a very straightforward victory for us, without any major injuries or anything like that. And there we go. It has finished. Middlesbrough 0, Wolves 2. We've beaten the Championship side fairly comfortably in the end. To be fair, you look at them, they had 9 shots, as did we. But we, in the end, were the more clinical. Nuno Santos with that early goal. And then in the end, that own goal wrapped it up for us to give us a very nice 2-goal victory. So we now move on to the Carabao Cup semi-final. Probably going to do both legs. Where are both legs? Are they both in January? We may come back for the second leg and maybe have if I've got time, do a double live comment, have a roundup maybe of the transfer window. So yeah, we may sort that one out. But guys, as always, be sure to hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's going to be a busy transfer window, I think. Try and get some deals done and see who we can bring in. Until next time, I'll see you guys very, very soon.